And welcome to One Stop Co-op Shop. This is Steve. Uh-oh. And I think we're back. I think we're back. Okay. Wow. So apparently just as went live, OBS decided to crash. So yes, I saw you guys' comments. And apparently I can die streaming by myself. So there you go. Hey Ryan. Nice to see you here. And I got Matt here. So I've got some things popping on the screen now. Sorry about that. There's no review copy provided for this stuff. Ignore that notification. I gotta turn that one off. But let me turn that off real quick. There we go. What was not it? But yes, welcome. So this is gonna be brand new content. This is gonna be we're gonna call it Co-op Corner. And the goal of this one is to cover some news. Basically, a lot of times I spend some time reading about cooperative games that are upcoming and maybe try some things out. And this format is going to be for me to help communicate to you guys things coming up, things I've tried, and you guys can feel free to ask any questions you want. So, hey, Morgan Knight, welcome. Nice to see you here. So, but yes, sorry for that start. Oh, something with OBS, I tell you. But we're good now. Nobody puts co-op in the corner. Exactly. So, but we're gonna keep this going pretty quick. But like you said, if you guys have any questions and any suggestions of games you want to see covered, let me know. We'll jump into it. All right, but for today, first game I want to talk about is this one here. This one's called T.D.O. Stands for Titan Defense Organization. This one, I think it was scheduled to go live on GameFound, and the page is up. There's information about it, but I think they decided to delay and wait until it got more coverage. So I guess this might be one reason to get coverage for it. Yes, Morgan, it's not a live stream without technical difficulties. That's exactly true. But this is T.D.O. This is by King Raccoon Games, is the one that is producing it. And it is set up for 1 to 5 players, fully co-op. About 45 minutes to 6 minutes is what they estimate for this one. Based upon my first play, I think that's probably about right as I tried this one out. But let's talk about what this one is. I can give a decent amount of detail on this one because, like I said, this one is available to demo. But the premise is there are these titans attacking the world, and we are unlikely heroes trying to stop and save the world from the titans. So let me scroll down to the section that is most useful here. Right here. So on this one, we're going to have, it's a big circular map, and there's going to be, you choose one titan. It's going to be moving along the map, and the map is divided out in 12 sections, I think somewhat like time zones basically around the world. And you'll be choosing various heroes to take on this quest. And the goal of the game is if you can defeat the Titan, knock him down to 0 health, you win the game. You lose the game if 3 heroes die, or if you lose 3 bases. And there's different setup instructions, so there'll be a random setup each time. The gameplay primarily is going to be dice placement. So you're going to be rolling dice, and based upon, let me scroll down so you guys can see a little more of that. Let's see if I can find a good picture of that one. I'll just pull it up here. So you'll be putting dice on these cards, and they will trigger different abilities. So the abilities could be move 3 spaces, for example, or it might be attack with 4 damage, or it could be gaining energy, and you'll be gaining cards to augment your abilities. So each person's gonna have specific abilities that only they can get. There's also a generic pool you can get too, so you can combine different combinations of these to level up, get stronger, and use these abilities to take down the boss. The one thing that's really cool about this one is everyone is involved in every single turn. So how it works is one player is the primary taking the turn, the primary one taking the turn, and they're gonna roll, I believe it's 3 dice, 3 dice, and assign them to your card. Everyone else not involved is going to roll a single dice and still activate their abilities. And you can activate these abilities in any order you want. So maybe my ability is, hey, let me move over here, or let me attack here, or let me give you some energy over here. You can do a lot of things like that to help coordinate and try to make this stuff work. And the spaces on the board, as you move across different spaces, you will gain bonuses as well. So like the bases, for example, if you move across the base, some base gives you more armor, some gives you more health, all that fun stuff. Now, the Titan itself, they're going to have a front, a back, and I believe I think it's like a top and a bottom. So you have to attack them from 4 different areas, and they have armor on those areas too. So you kind of have to coordinate to take down those spots. And when you take them down, they'll lose cards out of the deck. There's an AI deck that's unique for each of them, and they also have a reaction deck. So when you do damage to them, there's a chance they might react to it. So you reveal a card after that and resolve what it is. But yeah, it's a pretty good game. I enjoy this one. The heroes are very unique in this one. If you look for unique heroes, this is definitely one to check out. It's very simple in how to play. Like it's each hero plays differently, so it takes a little bit to try to figure out how they work. But it's really just rolling dice and figuring out how to place them. Now you can't place them anywhere you want on the card. You have to place them in evenly distributed on your card. So there's a little bit of a planning session there. There's a lot of dice manipulation as well for this one. The one thing I'm not sure about is the loss condition when you lose your bases. I don't know how much control you have over that. That might be kind of a random end-game timer. It's not going to like randomly come out of nowhere and end the game, but at least from my experiences, I'm not sure how much control you have around that side. But this one's pretty cool. It's very interesting. I enjoyed my playthrough of this one. Something I want to watch for. I don't know when it's going to relaunch, but this one is T.D.O. Titan Defense Organization. So 1 to 5 players. So that is the first one to talk about. Let's go on to the next one. The next one to talk about is a game that is coming to Kickstarter next week. So this is Sword and Sorcery Abyssal Legends. So Sword and Sorcery is a massive dungeon crawler where you have a lot of you're rolling dice, and there's a very strong AI in this game where all the enemies will act differently as you play against them. But they had one campaign called the Ancient Chronicles, which is a full campaign, takes you through Act 1, Act 2. But Abyssal Legends is the conclusion of that act. So, no worries, Matt. I understand. It's always a problem with live streams. You're good. Abysmal Legends. That's usually saying. Okay, gotcha. Yes. So yes, and actually, this one does have a dark theme to it for sure. Because this is very. I didn't expect them to go this route. So basically, in the first campaign, the Immortal Souls, they ended with it's called Darkness Falls, where you fight like a 5-headed dragon. Pretty cool. 5-headed dragon. This one, they're taking you into the ocean, and you're go on a boat, a sailing vessel, sailing around fighting basically Cthulhu and other water creatures. And you're gonna have to manage your boat. So you're gonna be sending anchor, repairing your boat, using cannons on the boat, and they're also adding in ballistics. So now you can have guns in the game. You can fire different types of shots, and I think there is one new hero they're revealing. It's probably like a gunman. So there's at least one hero in this set, and of course a bunch of different enemies. But this is the end of Act 2 of Ancient Chronicles campaign. So if you have Ancient Chronicles, this one's probably going to be a pretty easy back. If you don't have any Sword and Sorcery, this is not going to be useful to you unless you have that content, honestly. But this is going to add more of that to it. The other thing it's going to add sanity. So basically, as you face different monsters, if your sanity goes up high enough, you're going to draw a phobia card, and that's going to also affect you in different ways. And I believe one of the phobia cards they kind of hinted to in the video is that you can maybe become a demon, for example. So I am personally looking forward to this one. I have all the Sword and Sorcery currently. I'm looking to add this to my collection to wrap it up. So very much looking forward to this one. But this is going to come to Kickstarter next week, Tuesday. As Sword and Sorcery Abyssal Legends from Ares game, 1 to 5 players. All right. Last one to talk about today. This one is coming to GameFound in a few hours. So, yes, if there's anything Sword and Sorcery needs, it's more things to keep track of. Exactly, Matt. That's one reason why I like it. Just because if I'm going to play Dungeon Crawl, let's put everything. Just go all in. Have everything in the game. But this next one, Tales of Evil: The Final Chapter. This is launching in a few hours, actually. So, my understanding is this is one of the. This is going to be an expansion to what was already out there, Tales of Evil. They're going to add more to this, and the game itself is. Sorry, I'm trying to find my notes here. The game itself is a whimsical 80s mystery game. It is very, very much a narrative-driven game. So, if you think about like Stranger Things or even Scooby-Doo type approach, it plays 1 to 6 players, about 60 minutes, and you are playing a group of kids, and you're called the Pizza and Investigator Gang, and your job is to go into houses and solve crimes. So each kid's gonna have a backstory, unique item, and then you can also gain some random items on top of that. And you'll be moving through the maps, investigating, picking up clues, looking in the campaign book, referencing a lot of stuff as you read through this narrative adventure. One thing that stands apart from other narrative adventures is in this game, everyone moves as a group. So you can't necessarily split the party. Everyone has their own pawn or their own miniature in this example, but they'll move together, which is kind of similar to like Stranger Things generally in Scooby-Doo. It also has an interesting mechanic where you can actually have experiences outside the game as well. For example, it might say, hey, take off your shoe, for example, your right shoe. Cool. If you take off your right shoe, it might have some impact on the game. And something later might be like, hey, did you remember to put your shoe back on? And something might happen, right? So that's what this one's all about. Now, I think that aspect where you like go maybe email an address or send a mail to send an email someplace and you get a response to help you along with the story. I believe those are kind of optional. I'm not entirely sure on that one, but it does have this outside of the game experience. Like, hey, go light a candle. So you have to run around with a candle. Do you have a mirror or something in your pocket to find stuff? So that is what this game's about. Very much a narrative-driven game. I think it's kid-friendly, from what I can tell. At least it's got the kid theme, but that one is coming to GameFound tomorrow, or in a few hours if you're watching this one. So, another co-op game. But yes, that is what I wanted to cover for this one. I plan to do this type of content every other week, and my goal is to focus on cooperative games specifically. So if you guys have any cooperative games, let me know. If there's some solo stuff you want to cover, we can talk about that as well. But I'm here to eat pizza and solve mysteries, and I don't see any Oh, wait, never mind. Yes. Do I need more Sword and Sorcery? No. Do I want more? Yes. Have I played what I already have? Don't ask silly questions me. No, I haven't. Yes. So, but that is basically going to end it for this stream. Very quick one. And we have a special guest appeared right here, so...
No, I'm just ready to play Turtles.
So Kim's here, kicking me off the screen right now. She wants to play games, so... We're going to end the stream and prep. If you guys are around, we'll probably do Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles United in a little bit, so... Thanks everyone for watching, and we will see everyone at the next stop. Bye-bye.